Show your support with ManCave TV swag. The link is in the description. Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to ManCave TV, and today I'm going to be answering the questions that you guys put in my Q&A video, and I'll be putting the question up on the screen for you guys, and I'll be looking on my phone to be answering them. And the first one is by Operator Wolf, and it's hashtag ManCave or hashtag AskManCave. What got you into the YouTube business? And honestly, this is a pretty cool story. When I got the PS4, I got Battlefield 4, and I really enjoyed that game, but I was terrible because it was the first multiplayer game I ever played. So I was really bad at it, but I saw that I was starting to get better, and I wanted to kind of capture all my moments of me getting better at the game and kind of learn from them. So I captured them with the PS4 because we had Share Factory and all that cool, streaming and all those other kind of things that the 360 didn't have. And a lot of the older consoles that I had, like GameCube and Nintendo 64, didn't have that. So basically, I started capturing some of my footage and showed it to my brother, and he said, "Why don't you put that up on YouTube?" And at the time, I really didn't know much about YouTube, other than the fact I would go on there maybe to watch some sports highlights and stuff like that of channels that I didn't have. So I didn't know much about YouTube, so I thought might as well do that. I put it on my personal channel, or that I went on to watch videos, and then I decided to actually put that onto like an actual official channel. So that's when I came up with the different names, and I chose ManCave TV because I didn't know if I would just be doing video games or if I'd be doing also maybe golf, tech tutorials. I wasn't really sure what I was going to put up, but at the time I was doing videos for the games I was playing, just highlights and stuff like that. So that's honestly how I got into it. My brother actually recommended me to do it, and I've been really enjoying it since. And that's kind of what got me started, and that was about, I think, 2.5 years ago, something like that. So I really have been enjoying it. And let's see, I'm scrolling through them, so it might take me a little while to find them. And the next question is by Green Thumb Gaming, and right, bro, I'm almost at 1K, and he had a question for me about how to do OBS. Maybe if you could make step-by-step tutorial on using a streaming software from start to finish. Now, I use OBS, so I made that video for you guys, and I'll try to put that in the link in the description, and I recommend you guys check it out. It's not maybe the most in-depth tutorial on OBS, but it's my setup, it's the way I do it, and it's been working for me. So if you guys have some problems, you could look at that and maybe figure out what settings that are different, and that maybe I have them different than you, and that's how you can fix them. Because sometimes you don't always know the settings when you're trying to start out on something. I sure didn't. OBS took me forever to figure it out. So now that I have kind of the basics down for OBS, I kind of wanted to show you guys that. And I'm not really a tutorial kind of person, but honestly, some of the stuff that I do is actually a little difficult because it takes me a while to learn it, that I might actually start doing some more. So if there's more tutorials that you guys want, like for example how to add webcams to OBS, or maybe adding mics or whatever, if there's something like that you are stuck on, let me know. Just like Green Thumb Gaming did, he asked me to do a tutorial, and I did, and it seemed like it helped him. Maybe not as much because he didn't have a capture card, but if you guys are if you're having problems and you're stuck on something, I might be able to help you out. So you can let me know in any of my videos. You can comment down below. And the next one is by Altair, and another one. You will have 1,000 subs. Don't worry. You have great content, which I greatly appreciate that. I do thank you for that. And his question was, what is the key to a happy life? And honestly, for me, I am religious. I'm a Christian. So honestly, let's see if I can find it. Honestly, for me, the key to happy life is the religion that I'm part of, which is Christianity. And the Bible has a lot to do with why I'm happy, and the stories in this book are very important to me, and That's basically for me. Now I'm trying to throw this on people and say, you know, you have to become one, but it's just something that has helped me get through a lot of hard things in my life, because I definitely do have I do have some medical problems and stuff like that. That's tricky for me, so that's helped me out a lot. So that would probably be my answer to Altair. And let's see if we can go to the next question. Kind of scrolling down. Let's see. Bilson Studios, he had 2 questions, so I'll probably just put one up. But he wanted to know what other YouTubers I watch, what kind of other YouTubers am I watching, and also, have I ever smoked marijuana? And no, I have not. It's illegal in the state that I live in, and honestly, none of that stuff really intrigues me. It just doesn't. And the other YouTubers that I do watch, I love Matimio, I love Jack Frags. Every once in a while I watch Level Cap, but I'm not a big fan of Level Cap, so I don't watch him too much. Sometimes X Factor, Broken Machine, he's a good Battlefield YouTuber. I like him. And I'm trying to think, I do watch some fishing ones. What was it? John B. Watch him. Lunkers TV, Flair, and AP Bassin or whatever. I do watch a lot of the fishing videos as well. So that's what I'm in the mood for right now. So those are the ones that I watch. So that was one of Bilson Stu's. His second one was how old am I? And I'm 22. So that will answer his second question. And let's see if I can go to the next one. The next one is going to be by Fud Factory, and that is any advice for a new daddy. And I don't know what he meant by no YouTube, but maybe that meant he can't do YouTube anymore. I'm not sure, which honestly really stinks, but YouTube is kind of a hobby. I know that. But advice for a new dad, I would honestly say the biggest thing is don't make empty threats. You know, if say your son, your daughter, whatever, actually acts up, you have to hold like a threat. Like if you tell them, if you do this, I'm going to take your phone away. If you do this, I'm going to ground you for a month or 2. You can't let them do something wrong and not punish them. For example, like say they act up and they get a detention at school, and if you told them, if you ever act up in school or whatever, I'm gonna take your phone for a week, and you don't do that, they're gonna continue to act out. So that's I've seen that happen a lot when I was in school, that a lot of the teachers would make the threats, if you do that one more time, I'm gonna send you to the principal's office, and they would say that maybe 4 or 5 times, and the kid never went to the principal's office. So that's just something I would recommend you. So you kind of have to put your foot down, and you have to make sure that you're the one setting the rules. And I'm not a parent, but I saw stuff like that happen in school when teachers would just say, you know, hey, stop that. If you do it one more time, you go into the principal's office, and they never did it. You know, and the kid would just take advantage of that teacher every single day. And it just kind of irritated me as a student, because as a student, I was there to learn, and I really didn't want all the shenanigans going on around me. And that still was happening because of that. So, and that would be my advice, Fud Factory, but I'm not a parent, so I can't really say much more than that. And let's see. This is a pretty good one. LJ98, his question is, if a hobo came into my house and started going through my food closet, fridge, food, whatever, what would I do and why? Honestly, it would probably scare me to death. If I saw a random person in my house, it probably would scare me a lot. And my first reaction probably would be to call the cops because they're trespassing. And I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I would be very scared, honestly. I'd be very scared to see it. So I'd probably call the cops, and I would want to help the person. I would, but I don't really know the best way to help the person. You know, because a lot of times if you give money to homeless people or to people that ask you for money, a lot of times they're probably going to go and buy liquor with it or something that's not good. So that's why I would rather, like, if someone needs something to eat, I'd rather give them a sandwich than money, because they can eat the sandwich instead of using the money to buy liquor or whatever. So that's just And that would probably be my reaction, LJ98. And the next one is by BioWater. And he asks, what's my name? My name is John or Jonathan. That is my name. So you can kind of put a name now behind of ManCave TV. And another one is by Lunatic Dad, and Lunatic, I think that's how it's pronounced. Lunatic Dad. What is my favorite, blondes or brunettes? I have my own merchandise too. Good luck with it. Okay, cool, man. That's really cool that other people do their own merchandise as well, which I do have that as well, so you guys can check that out. And I'm trying to get the prices lower for you guys, because you know, $20 for a t-shirt, I don't think it's too pricey, but for some people it's hard to spend that. But anyway, for this question, honestly, it all depends on the person. But I know this sounds weird, but like dirty blonde is something that I find more attractive than any other. It's weird. I don't really know why. It's just something that I don't know. But it all depends on the person. I really do think that, because personality, I think, really does matter, because you know, what are you going to talk about? I mean, you need some kind of conversations, right? But anyway, and then the last one, I saved this one for last because I wanted to put some of the videos up of the games on this question. And this one is by Everybody Gets One, and it's hashtag Ask ManCave. What are my top 5 favorite games of all time? And let's see, he made a banner on his YouTube channel. I did check that out. Everybody Gets One, and very good. I've been trying to maybe not fix my banner, but I'm thinking about maybe updating mine and making it a little bit better. So I definitely need to take some tips. So if you got any, let me know. But the top 5 favorite games of all time for me, I will try to put the clips up on the screen. And the first one was Assassin's Creed Unity. And the reason why I liked Assassin's Creed Unity was because I actually got attached to the characters, because I don't really play a lot of role-playing games or adventure games or RPGs, and it was really the first time that I got attached to all the characters in this game. And I did play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which I thought was good, but I didn't really get attached to them as much. And then Assassin's Creed 3 I really did not enjoy, just because it took forever to get into it. But I really got attached to these characters, and that's why I really liked Assassin's Creed Unity. And these are not necessarily in the order of like my favorites, you know, from 1 through 5. They're just ones that I could think of when I was asked this question. I kind of was like, okay, let's remember the games that I remember the most and it had the most fun with. So the next one, I don't think is on a lot of people's list, because I think Call of Duty 2 actually was more popular than Call of Duty 3. But the next one for me was Call of Duty 3. And I played this game, I think it was might have actually played it on the GameCube, I think, actually, Call of Duty 3. But I enjoyed Call of Duty 3 a lot. I don't know if I ever played Call of Duty 2, but I love Call of Duty 3 because of the fact that I love World War II. I'm a big history fan, and I really enjoy learning about it. And also, what I loved about this game was you could actually live through it. It wasn't necessarily the fact of, you know, you read a book, and books can be boring at times, you know, looking at the pictures, looking at, you know, what happened in history, and you're kind of like, this is irrelevant. But what I loved about Call of Duty 3 was I could actually live through some of those big moments, some of those like big battles in World War II, like D-Day, when they're going on to the shores of France and stuff like that. So it was just, a lot of those meant a lot to me because I love World War II. So Call of Duty 3 was definitely the reason for me enjoying that game the most, was because it was World War II. So that's number 2 for me. And then number 3 would be Star Fox. Now Star Fox is a game that I don't think a lot of people know about, because I don't know if a lot of people really like these days, if they really remember Nintendo 64 or the NES, or you know, those systems. And I believe I had Star Fox on Nintendo 64. I don't know if they ever had one for GameCube, but I know I had a GameCube as well. and I played this a lot on Nintendo 64, and I absolutely love the game. And that'd probably be another example of me actually getting attached to the characters. Now, I know this game may not be the best game because the graphics, honestly, now that I'm looking back at it, the graphics are really bad, but it was a great game. I really enjoyed it, and I got attached to those characters as well. And then because of Star Fox, I got into Super Smash Brothers, and I don't remember if it was Super Smash Brothers Melee or if it was the regular one. Now, a lot of these games I never played online. I only played the story mode. So Super Smash Brothers Melee, I mainly played like with a lot of my friends. We'd have friends over and do like kind of, I guess you could say, pickup tournaments, whatever you want to consider them. And they were a lot of fun because we would just, you know, play each other. We never really went online and played. We just played each other. So that's a big reason why I like Super Smash Brothers, because you're in the same room with the person when you were playing with them. So that game meant a lot, and that game was just so much fun because I saw a lot of cool characters from all these other games, like Zelda, like Falcon, or I know there's that one guy, I can't remember his name, but Falco from Star Fox was in it, and Star Fox was in it, King Kong, Mario, like all these really cool other characters from other games that actually got me interested in those games. And then probably lastly would be the FIFA franchise. Now, I put some gameplay up of FIFA 17, but my I mean, that's not necessarily my favorite FIFA. My favorite FIFA probably was like 2005 or so, because it was the first one I ever played on the GameCube. But just the FIFA franchise in general is one of my favorites, because that was a big game I grew up playing, because I played a lot of soccer growing up. So I loved playing these games, and seeing older players like Shevchenko and Thierry Henry, and some players that you didn't really know about now, but like because I played soccer and I played the early ones, I really enjoyed it. So FIFA was definitely a big game that I enjoyed. I don't play much of it now because I don't really play much soccer anymore, and that might be why I don't play it that much, because I don't play soccer in real life that much. But when I was playing soccer, I absolutely loved FIFA. It was the one I played the most. I didn't really do those story modes as a kid. I did a lot more of the FIFA, and you know, I didn't play much online, but the last few I'm starting to play more online, and they're really good games. So that would probably sum up my favorite games, the top 5 favorite games that everybody gets when asked. And hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button down below, and I do appreciate all your support, and I do recommend subscribing as well, because I'm going to be doing a lot more Q&A videos, giveaways, Rainbow Six gameplays. I'm not necessarily going to stop with Battlefield 1, but I'm really into Rainbow Six, so that's what I'm going to be trying to put up more of, because that game is just awesome and I'm loving it on PC. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button and subscribe as well, and until next time, have a good one.